Well, hello and welcome to Business Today Television. I am Chetan Bhutani. Government has announced a series of GST reforms, and of course, automobile sector has been one of the best, one of the best good news coming in for the automobile sector. And I'm joined by the chairman of Maruti Suzuki India Limited, Mr. R.C. Bhargava. Bhargava sir, thank you so much for joining us. Sir, how do you see these GST reforms impacting the car affordability and demand in the small car segment? Where Maruti is dominant, do we finally see the small car segment coming back?
I see the GST reform impacting the total economy. I see economic growth going up. I see all the sectors of the economy growing up. And the car sector is dependent on its growth, on the growth of the rest of the economy. When the economy does well, the car sector does well, and vice versa. I believe that this reform and the cut on GST for small cars, particularly, and to some extent for bigger cars, will result in the growth of the car industry, which has been stagnating, as you know, for the last 2, 3 years. That growth will go back to the original 7 to 8% which we were experiencing in the past. And I believe the small car segment will also start reviving again and reach a growth rate of around 10% a year, faster than the economy, faster than the rest of the industry. Because I think India has a huge potential for small cars, and the customer today has it as good as it can ever get for him. The
Wow.
income tax gave him money. Good monsoon is putting money into the economy. Repo rates have come down. The cuts in the GST will put more money into his household expenses. Everything will become cheaper. So overall, I think we are in for good times.
Okay. All right, sir. So we also saw with SUVs above 1500 cc also seeing a cut from 50 to 40% now at a flat 40%. Do you think that could probably cannibalize the small car segment a little more because we see the price almost at the same point at
Not at all. Not at all.
okay, okay.
I
However,
think the
GST,
small car segment has its own place. The SUV segment has its own place.
right. And so, what is your outlook for the year going forward? Because now, the first half of the year has been pretty muted, with 1 to 2% growth being
I
targeted
think
this year.
the second half should see a growth of the industry maybe of 6, 7%.
Okay. And sir, will Maruti pass on the full GST cut to the consumers? And
We have we have we've always passed on total tax benefits given by government to the consumer. Always. It's not an issue which we even think about.
also, sir, to for the arm admi for the arm consumer for the consumer, cars like Alto, Wagoner, how much realistically the prices could come down?
On the Alto, for example, I expect the price to come down by about 8.5% or maybe nearer 9%, something between 8.5 and 9%.
Right. Last two questions, sir. GST, EVs remain about at 5% only. Do you think that's enough, or there should be something more doing up for EVs as well, sir?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
So the GST on EV remains at 5%. Do
Yeah,
you think that's enough, or do we need something further to accelerate the push for EVs?
I don't think there's any need to. The GST Council has just decided on 5%, retained 5%. So that's it.
Right. And last question, sir. Hybrid cars are benefited, of course, and you just launched a hybrid car as well. So, and your product strategy is also revolving around hybrids and EVs both. But yes, hybrids is what Maruti is also betting upon. Do we feel that hybrids will now get more boost and we get more hybrid cars from other OEMs into the Indian market?
I don't think there's going to be any difference as a result on hybrids
Okay.
because the tax rate on hybrids and EVs has both remained unchanged largely.
Hmm.
Hybrids have a minor beneficiary for 2, 3%, so this is very small.
Hmm.
But overall, they are the same. At the moment, both are selling in India. I think both will continue to sell.
And the
The,
outlook on festive season, sir, considering the GST reforms have been announced.
I think the festival season now should go very well.
All right.
It's going to be more a question of supply because there won't be much supply between now and 22nd of September.
Yeah, so how are you going to deal with that, sir? 17, 18 days, there'll be a lull. How will you deal with that?
We have to try and stock as much as we can.
Okay, will that affect and will that cause any effect on the balance sheet or any
No.
operations issues?
No. But it's a big problem. The number of cars to be stocked is very large.
All right, so thank you, Bhargav Sam, for speaking to us. And
Thank you.
wishing you all the best for the festive season coming up. And please
Thank
keep
you.
supplying the cars to the dealerships now.
Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe. If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.